Hey guys, knockers on the bottom. Quick episode before the game. Just want to let you know that some of the guys I've been saying the past couple of days aren't going to play. Jerry Jones was on pregame. He was talking about Dak Prescott. We're not going to see him out there. He was saying even if CeeDee Lamb was there, we're not going to see him out there. I don't think we're going to see Eric Kendricks. I think it's 50-50 on Tyler Guyton, especially since he wasn't able to take many reps this week. So they're probably going to hold him out of that. But we are going to see a lot of the young guys. Don't look for Zach Martin too much. Do look for some Ozzie Smith out there. I'm pretty sure they want him to get some work. Like I was saying before, maybe a little bit of DeMarvion Overshown, maybe a little bit of Clark there. But most of the time, you're going to see your Brock Hoffmans, your Cooper Beebe's, your Shipleys, and then you're going to see some of your backup corners. You're going to see some Kalen Carson a lot. You're not going to see any Trayvon Diggs. You might see a little bit of Deron Bland, but then he'll be out. You might see a little bit of Malik Hooker and a little bit of Donovan Wilson. But like I was saying yesterday, maybe one series and then they're out. So that's pretty much going to be your inactive list for the games. What we're looking for Mozzie to generate some push. We're looking for those young linebackers to fly around. We're looking to see if the human seatbelt continues to be the human seatbelt when he's facing some players in some real game situations. We're looking to see how that new kickoff looks, whether we see number 9 do some quick returns or not. We'll probably see some of the other guys like Rico Dowdle do some returns. Deuce Vaughn probably won't be playing because he's been dealing with a hamstring. So we'll get to see some other guys return the kicks. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of Flournoy. I'm excited about that guy. Want to see if he has some juice on game day. Nathaniel Pete can return some kicks, so I'd like to see him do some kick returns. I'd like to see how he is out of the backfield as well. Looking for Trey Lance. Jerry Jones specifically alluded to him playing a lot more in the pocket this game. So unless there's a breakdown, which there will be, there always is, and the quarterback always has to scramble. No quarterback has a clean game where they just get to sit back there play after play after play. But for the most part, when the opportunity presents itself for Trey Lance to sit back there and just make a decisive throw, I want to see some of that. I want to see some of the timing with the receivers. I want to see how his footwork looks at the top of his drops as the ball coming out. Is he indecisive? Is he decisive? And see how that goes. I think I alluded to yesterday, I wanted to see him at least lead a scoring drive. I want to be more specific. I'd like to see him lead a touchdown drive. We have a great kicker, so, we passed the 50-yard line and we're pretty much in field goal range. I don't want to be settling for Brandon Aubrey field goals all day. I'd like to see a little bit of Aubrey just for him to get some real game work and see how that leg is looking a whole season after working and then a whole regular off season. I know he dealt with some injuries at the end of last year and kind of kicked through them and still played well. So just want to see a little bit of Brandon Aubrey, but I would like to see more so Trey Lance lead a touchdown drive, if not multiple touchdown drives. That would go a long way to show the progress he's making here in camp. Some other things I would also like to see, some of the other running backs besides Nathaniel Pete. I want to see how Hunter Lipke looks in that hybrid role that he plays. He plays some fullback. He lines up tight end sometimes. He lines up as a tailback in a single set. He lines up to the left or right of the quarterback on third downs. So I'd like to see how he does in all those roles. There's been some rave reviews coming out of camp for some of the things that he's been doing. I'd love to see how that offensive line looks, especially that second team offensive line against some of the Rams starters. Because I don't think we're going to see Guyton or Edoga today. If we see Edoga, it'll be very little bit because I hear he's dealing with a back, so you don't want to throw him out there for the lion's share of the first team reps. So that means we're probably going to get a lot of Awesome Richards. So I'd like to see how Awesome holds up in some of these game situations and see if he's able to fight a little bit. He's not a dominant blocker by any means, but I'd like to see some of that athleticism that he came into the league with mixed with some of that power that he's put on, in year 2. So just looking for some of those things. Go Cowboys. Not really expecting too much as far as final score. Just looking for some of these things to know that these rookies are making progress and these younger players are making progress. And this will let us know also if all the things we're hearing in training camp as far as some of these guys looking great, we'll get to find out how great they look when the lights come on. So this has been Jay Miller if you like. Knockers on the bottom. Like the video, and subscribe. Comment below if there's anything specifically you'd like me to cover. There'll be a much longer episode coming in the post game. I'll try to keep it under 20 minutes, but I'll go through some of the things I saw and see if some of those things we pointed out actually happened. And then if they didn't happen, figure out the consequences of why and what'll be changing moving forward. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.